Okay, video cut out a little bit, but it's all clean on the inside. So now it is time to make a little design on front. Use Expo markers, I suggest, because it is very easy to remove them. You just gotta get a little rag and some Windex, and you could take it right off. All right, so we're just gonna make a super simple, super simple triangle eyes. Everybody loves little triangle dude. All right, and then we'll give him some vampire teeth. This is probably the easiest because diagonal cuts are easier than like straight cuts or rounded cuts. So this is a good basic dude pumpkin. Okay, and then you're gonna be cutting out all of this stuff. His little nose. And you always want, when doing this, when freestyling, just be aware of how big your pieces will be because you still want the illusion that it's magically illuminated. So you want to try to avoid being able to see the candle, but nothing's perfect and it's a pumpkin. So, yep. We're going to use this little paring knife and we're just going to make it start at the corner, go straight down. And I will say this is a lot easier when you have it on your lap because then you could hold it with your legs. But if you are doing it like this, be sure to keep knife rules and cut away from yourself. Of course, watch kids and stuff. Make sure you keep an eye on them. All right, we have our little eyeball, and this stuff comes right off. See? Okay. Oh, look at me breaking my own rule, cutting towards myself. Whatever. I'm an adult, okay? And see, we went out the lines a little bit, but who cares? Come on, buddy. Ta-da! Boink. And you can kind of trim up the little bits a little bit. Ba-ba. And his nose fell off, so we might want to redraw his nose. Maybe reposition it a little bit. So, and that's where these little knives come into play, is all this detail work. Because they're so short, it allows you to get really close to the pumpkin. That's why they're perfect little pumpkin knives. And then I cut this a little shallow, so it's going to be hard for the light to shine through this. So you're going to want to kind of open it up a little bit. Just a little bit. Just so you can get like the nice definition of those walls. So when you're looking at it from the street and it's sitting on your porch, people are like, oh, that's a triangle. Nice. There you go. Same thing with these little dudes. Just kind of get like the internal wall. You want to try to keep that nice hard angle of a 90-degree angle. But I mean, you can kind of like open it up just a little bit, you know. Ta-da. Okay. We got his eyes and his nose. And now we just gotta fix your mouth. Okay. Oh no. Oh, he's gonna have a lifted lip a little bit. That's what I was saying. You gotta remember that it's temporary. It does not have to be perfect. You don't have to kill yourself over just a pumpkin, you know. But I mean, if you want to, if you get into the sport of things and you really like it, I mean, yeah, take hours and hours carving. I don't care. But when you're first starting out, it's not that deep. You're just having seasonal fun. It's like making cookies. Everybody's burnt a batch of cookies. Everybody has messed up a jack-o'-lantern. Okay. Ta-da! It doesn't always come out that clean. That just was lucky. Okay. And then we'll kind of clean up his smile. There we go. There we go. That's a little more defined. You just gotta take your time. I will say, personally, starting out, the kits are a little easier than just grabbing stuff from the kitchen drawers. But I understand everyone's on a budget. That's why I did this one first. Because, yeah, not everybody can get all that stuff. Which is fine. I mean, that's why I love Halloween. There's no real requirements for the holiday. You know? You could put out an uncarved pumpkin. They're like, oh, look, they decorated. That's it. Okay, and then all the little bits kind of fall in there, so. And there you go. A pumpkin all along. And then you got your little top. Bonk. Ta-da. There he is. Alright, and then for the final step, some people, I haven't done it yet, so I might do it this year. But I saw on like Pinterest and Instagram and stuff, some people put cinnamon or pumpkin spice seasoning in it. And that can be useful, especially if you're using a real candle in there, because it warms up the spices and then it smells nice on your porch. Optional. Big thing is, if you're trying to keep them and make them last, please refrain from spraying bleach on them if you're going to have them outside, because squirrels and animals might eat it and bleach can make them sick. And you might not know they did, you might not intended it, you know, but I mean, you never know. Wildlife be wildlife. So, yeah. These are the 3 types of candles you can really use with pumpkins. 2 are real. One is a chubby boy. This guy will last all Halloween. So you can start this at sunset, and then it should last probably until 3, 4, maybe even I'd say 3. Yeah, these usually go out by 3. But they do melt wax into the pumpkin, make a little bit of a mess, but they last. These guys, they only last maybe 4 hours tops, and they are not wind resistant. So if you get a good gust of wind, which happens on Halloween nights, your pumpkins might go out. This one seems to stay a little longer. Yeah. And then finally, plus these guys are good for indoors, especially like if you have a party and you're only having the party for 4 or 5 hours, they'll go out by the time the party's done. These ones are your electronic guys. You can get them on Amazon. I got a whole bunch of these dudes. Yep, they have little They have little button batteries. And these last, I'd say 48 hours. Yeah, I'd say they probably last a good 48, maybe 72 hours consistent run time. So you can definitely have like Halloween night, and then the next night would have the light still going. I will say they are electronic, so if they get wet, they get glitchy and they stop working. So pluses and minuses. You know, you may open fire, but if it gets wet, it's not a big deal, you know, and you got the natural flicker. You can also get a scented little candle if you wanted. And you do have the addition of the scent of cinnamon. And then this one is electronic, no candles or no flames. Good with kids. Your choice. The one tip, if you're going to use a live candle, like I said about the chimney, you're going to need a little bit of a hole to allow that burned smoke to come up a little bit. Otherwise, your pumpkin will start kind of cooking a little bit from the heat and will start to stink. And you'll smell burnt pumpkin. At first, you'll be like, oh, it smells like caramel. That's kind of nice. And then, like, 45 minutes later, you're going to be wondering what is burning. And it's your pumpkin. So, definitely, when you put your candle in there, you can, I already did the hole, and it's about right, because I've been doing this for years. But a trick is that you can put the candle in there and let it burn a little bit and let it make that little bit of smoke at the top, because then it will tell you exactly where to carve the chimney. But yeah, let me grab a lighter and I can light the candle and you guys can see what it looks like.